African families for African people in enslavement were far different than what we think. We have a myth about African people in enslavement. We have a myth that white people destroyed our culture. How many people really believe that white people destroyed our culture in slavery? Be honest. Raise your hand. Don't lie. They destroyed our culture in slavery. It's wrong. Destroyed it. Destroyed it. Oh yeah, you said, most of us believe they destroyed our culture in slavery. Most people, how many people believe they destroyed our families in slavery? Raise your hand. Wrong. You understand? See, I'm here to go against the grain. See, y'all coming here to hear some woe is me discussion about the post-traumatic slave syndrome. Yes, there is some of that. Slavery did damage to black people. Yes, it did. But I'm here to tell you, the mess that you see in the black community right now, where you got young men racing to kill young men, that ain't got to do with slavery. That's only happened recently. That's a post-1968 phenomenon. In fact, it's a post-1980 phenomenon. You understand? Our people were not rushing to kill each other. This disrespect you see between the young and the old, that didn't exist during the enslavement process. Y'all hear what I'm telling you?
Yeah.
Huh? And I'm going to tell you something else y'all don't want to hear. There was no Willie Lynch. Yes, the white boy tried to brainwash you. Yes. But there was no, I'm a historian, baby. I'm an African philosopher, African and African-American historian, African political activist, theorist on African and African-American politics. I was not trained by white people. I was trained by our best black scholars, John Henry Clark, Asa Hilliard. I studied on John Henry, interviewed him the last 8 months of his life. And I've done my own study as John Henry Clark did. I was trained under masters. I have a DVD there on mastering the masters. We have a master system that beats anything that Harvard couldn't do. You hear me? And it comes from Africa. That hip-hop that you saw right there, that ain't no new culture. That's a new expression of an old culture, African-American culture. You got the baddest culture going in this country, but you don't know it. The whole planet knows it. If Angela Davis goes to Brazil, she can fill a stadium, 25,000 people. You hear me? James Brown said, "Say it loud and I'm black and I'm proud." And you had cats, black cats in Portuguese saying, "Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud." Because in Portuguese, people are assimilated to want to be white. So this was a major message. When you had the Black Panther Party spread all over the world. Black Panthers in Israel. Can you imagine? Black Israelis. Because you had some black Jews. You understand?
Yeah.
You had blacks in India, Bali Panthers, Black Panthers. You had them all over the planet. But we running around here with our woe is me. Oh, they destroyed our family. Oh, they destroyed our culture. I want my reparations. You do want your reparations. They did enslave our people. And we did come out scarred in slavery. But I'm going to tell you this. We came out of enslavement with our humanity intact. Hear this. And can I prove it? Yeah, listen. You hear me? We came out producing some bad people. And in our culture, bad means good. Am I telling the truth? Yeah. That's a part of this African mentality.
We can't use the struggle as an opiate. We can't use it as something that's going to numb us so we can feel okay inside this oppressive society. You need to embrace the oppression, acknowledge it. The full-fledged coldness of oppression has to be embraced to the point that you totally dislike it. That's the only time you'll stand up when you dislike it. If we keep finding comfort in oppression, you're going to stay in oppression. If you keep using these terminologies, I have a good job, I have a good paying job. If you keep saying things like that, you're going to stay within this mess. I don't care if you made $1 million an hour. There's no such thing as a good paying job under oppression. If you don't know that, you don't know what's going on. To be a good basketball player, not only must you have the skill and the talent, but you must also understand the game of basketball, right? To be a good boxer, Not only must you have the skill and the tenacity and the talent, but you must understand the sport, correct? So how in the hell you can be a good revolutionary and you don't know nothing about revolution? Tell me that. You tell me that. Do the survey. Ask the leaders, name 10 revolutions in the 20th century. Ask your leaders that. But you lead us in the fight. But you haven't studied fighting. Confucius, the Chinese philosopher, says this: to lead a people into battle without first informing that people is to betray their people. And that is the truth. Revolutionary, they focused and clear, they're cautious and purposeful. Focused and clear. You can only become clear through study. You can only become clear through study. You can't become clear no other way. Your studies informs your behavior. And then you take what you've learned through your studies, then you put it in practice. And then it's the practice that allows you to refine what you have studied. And then your practice show you things that your study couldn't reveal. So then you come back from your practice and go back to your studies to refresh again, and then you're back at it again. You can never stop studying. You cannot be any good, and you're not going to be useful to the struggle if you don't understand the struggle. You should be better off just getting out of our way. We don't need a whole bunch of people. We don't need a whole bunch of people. We need competent people. That's what we need. I'd rather take 10 competent people than 1,000 who don't know shit. We got two types of change in this particular context that we're talking about. You have reactionary change, which is backwards and degenerative. It detracts from life. So any type of motion, movement, anything, in this PowerPoint presentation, you can use it as a model in a sense. It can kind of give you an idea how to assess what organizations are doing. If the organization is doing something that detracts from life, it's reactionary. I'm gonna step on some toes here. We don't like to hear this right here. If the organizations want to smoke weed and drink the white man's poison, it's reactionary. And we can debate that right now on camera. You know, before I go any further, we can debate that. I know a lot of us like to get our drink on. No. You get drunk and go get in the ring and try to fight and watch the boxers knock you out. Go ahead. You get drunk, you're on the basketball court and watch you lose. So how you gonna win this war when you don't have all your faculties together? We ain't thinking right. We playing games. I don't want you around me. You can come to me with that problem, but you need to know at some point that has to go. But if you persist on drinking alcohol, you're not gonna be around me. You're a liability.
Your mind creates all of this. You are the great mother. You are the great father.
Step into my center. Anticipate a great weight when you enter. Pressure per adventure. I reintroduce you to yourself that's unfamiliar. Free you from indenture. Force you to remember. Step into my center. Anticipate a great weight when you enter. Pressure per adventure. I reintroduce you to yourself that's unfamiliar. Free you from indenture. Force you to remember. Step into my center. Anticipate a great weight when you enter. Pressure per adventure. I reintroduce you to yourself that's unfamiliar. Free you from indenture. Force you to remember. Triple tetrahedron that could transcend reason. You should know I'm royal. Look at how I'm breathing. The heart beats heathen. The matriarchal beacon. A manicured frame just to entertain the heathen. The archetype rumpus that was here before Columbus. I predate the primate and you can check the numbers.